Hello, viewers. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've been really reflecting on after rereading the Millionaire Master Plan by Roger James Hamilton, and is regarding towards the end of the book that talks about the things that steel geniuses do. So I wanted to share in the Millionaire Master Plan book by Roger James Hamilton. He talks about the steel genius investments, trust, and legacy. He said that steel investments are systems based. Steel geniuses are trusted for their reliability. Oops, spelled reliability wrong. Reliability, and steel geniuses leave a legacy with their thinking. Can you elaborate on that more in detail? So, great question. One most powerful but overlooked part of Roger's wealth dynamic frameworks, how steel geniuses naturally express themselves in wealth creation. So, unpack these three dimensions: investments, trust, and legacy, and especially through accumulate IQ. So, steel investments, system based wealth. So, Roger points out that steel energy is all about details, precision, timing, and systems. While Dynamo invests in ideas, Blaze in people, Temple in land and resource, Steel invests in systems. So what this means practically, so Steel geniuses excel in cash flowing systems, payments, infrastructure, logistics, supply chains, backend software automations, and process improvements. So instead of betting on the front end promise like Blaze investing in startups, founders, Steel invests in the back end mechanism that ensures a promise can be delivered reliably. For accumulators specifically, this often looks like long-term vehicles, bonds, REITs, dividend-paying stocks, businesses with proven operational modes. You're not chasing the flash, you're compounding returns through efficiency and consistency. So in modern terms, Steel Genius owns the rails, payment network, the back-end systems, the process everyone else depends on, rather than chase the next flashy products. So Steel trusts reliability over charisma. So when Blaze built trust through relationship with Dynamo through vision, Steel builds trust through reliability. So your word is values your word and your track record. People trust Steel because you do what you say you do. Follow through, close the loop. Environments hype and chaos. Your stability is trust anchor. That is why Steel Genius is often entrusted in mission critical roles: CFOs, CEOs, auditors, compliance officers, quality controls. You don't just dream, you verify. Trust also compounds for Steel. Every system you build, every process you lock in, every consistent result reinforced that others can depend on when it really matters. So in short, Steel trust doesn't come from being the loudest or most magnetic. It comes from the foundations others could stand on without fear of collapse. So Steel legacy, trust that endures. So finally, Steel Genius leaves a legacy through the structured frameworks. So Blaze leaves a legacy through communication and relationships. Dynamo leads through vision and creativity. Temples lead through stewardship of land and heritage. Steel leads through trust systems thinking that lasts beyond the person. Think of legacy of double entry bookkeeping, quality control systems, with W. Edwards Deming's mathematical finance framework, Fibonacci sequence. These aren't things, are mental operating systems that future generations could use to multiply. For accumulator, legacy may not be the loudest or visible, but it's deeply enduring. So models, frameworks, and structures you help create others reliably create well-scaled business and trust process. Really, it's about the spotlight. It's about leaving behind the thinking that others can lean on for decades or centuries. So put it all together, and that's why Steel is the quietest, but it's the backbone of empires. Without Steel, Blaze, titles, overpromise, and collapse. Without Steel, Tempo Energy couldn't anchor into measurable systems. Steel is a bridge between promise and proof. So wow, this is definitely really quite profound, and that's it. That is truly profound. is this why I feel like so happy and fulfilled when things are done correctly and working. Mm. So exactly, you just start hardship, skill, genius, and flow. So it's deep satisfaction when you feel when something is working correctly, consistently, and outgoing. It's just not preference; it's your design. For a steel accumulator, correctness equals safety. When things are done properly, your nervous system relaxes. You knew the foundation is solid, and you could trust the outcome. Systems running smoothly equals harmony. Others may chase excitement, variety, or attention, or for you, there's a practical joy and predictability, knowing that when the gears mesh, time is precise, and the process can be trusted every single time. Completion equals growth. You feel fulfilled when you close the loop. That is why unfinished or messy work feels like a drain. It leaks your energy because your genius is wired to bring things to order and to finish a cycle. So Roger says that each genius gets paid twice, once in money and once in energy. For steel, the energy payment is deep, calm, quiet happiness when you feel like structure is respected and reliability is achieved. And here's the deeper truth. That feeling of fulfillment when things are correct is your flow compass. It points you towards the roles, businesses, and environments where you create the most value and feel the most alive. So you feel alive when the systems holds that, when the chaos transforms into clarity. So yes, the happiness you feel isn't trivial, is your genius at work. And that's why steel legacies endure, because you're not satisfied until the structure truly works. And this is truly powerful, and I feel like this needs to be really communicated, especially for steel geniuses, feeling that when you feel things are working and you know that you can trust that the things are working, that's when you are in flow, because you ultimately help create that. And I wanted to share this today because it was something that I've been thinking about a lot, of how to actually know you're valued, and also the things that you should spend the time, energy towards, whether it's the investments that are system based, knowing that you're trusted for your reliability, and ultimately leave a legacy with your thinking. So this is something that I want to share with everyone today. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll create more content talking about the Steel Genius.